Happy New Year, and with the busy Christmas period coming to an end, it's time for the FPL Watchlist series to make its return. There are cup matches to be played before next Friday's deadline, so be careful with those early free transfers, but here's a look at 3 players who've impressed ahead of Gameweek 22. Danny Ings fired Southampton to a 1-0 win over Spurs on Wednesday with his 13th goal of the season, and 9 of those have come in his last 9 starts. Gameweek 21 saw him pick up maximum bonus points for a 7th time this season, after scoring with his only effort on target and taking just 2 total shots during the game. Over the last 4 game weeks, the 27-year-old ranks joint top amongst forwards with a tally of 11 shots in the box, only matched by Jesus, Calvert-Lewin and Abraham. Only Zini, Firmino and Jesus had more than his 3 big chances, while only Rashford, Kane and Jesus fired more than his 6 shots on target. Southampton have some very favourable fixtures in the next 11 game weeks, welcoming Burnley, Aston Villa and Newcastle to St Mary's in that time. After making a return to action in Gameweek 20, Fabianski has earned 14 points in the last 2 game weeks, by saving a penalty and keeping a clean sheet. He made 8 saves in that time, with only Pickford and Dubravka producing more. The 34-year-old has averaged 5.1 points per game over 9 appearances this season, with only McGovern faring better amongst goalkeepers, though the Norwich backup has only featured twice. Whilst West Ham's fixtures aren't the best in the long term, they have the appeal of a double game week in the near future. The next 4 game weeks see them play 5 matches, including home ties with Everton and Brighton. They've also experienced a new manager bounce, earning a 4-0 win over Bournemouth as David Moyes took charge for the first time in Gameweek 21. They allowed the Cherries just 3 goal attempts, which was the joint fewest of the game week. Everton's narrow defeat to Man City saw Richarlison continue his forward role, alongside Calvert-Lewin, to net his 7th goal of the season. No midfielder has scored more than his 5 goals in the last 10 game weeks, with only Salah, Mane and De Bruyne matching that tally. Only Sterling and Mane were afforded more than the Brazilian's 6 big chances, while only 5 midfielders could better his 10 efforts on target. New manager Carlo Ancelotti has overseen a draw with Arsenal and wins over Burnley and Newcastle, since being appointed ahead of Gameweek 18. The Toffees have scored just 4 goals in the last 4 game weeks, but only Man City have fired more than their 38 shots inside the box. They've created a chance every 6.4 minutes, with only Wolves, Man City and Man United faring better. The next 5 game weeks see Brighton, Newcastle and Crystal Palace travel to Goodison Park.